So good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun live. So thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are tuning in from. This is Mayegun, right? And it is also brunch time. It is that same hour where you can be part of the program at any time. Simply put, you can call in anytime to share your own personal view or views. But before we get to that, after reading the caption of this broadcast, kindly read the description as well, then like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun is live. Simply put, Mayegun today. So this afternoon, we are picking from the statement of one of these APC, media, current media appearance. A guy called Alwan, Alwan. What does it mean? I cite you. Or more. I see you, bro. Mind you, I'm gonna start kind of like getting used to some of our names. There's this my sister from Odogbolu. She's Yemi Koko. And she's actually like commented on this platform several times. I never for once thought that was her. I will be meeting with her tomorrow here in Scotland. So I need to start familiarizing with all of you, the brethren in the temple of truth. We do this to wait for others who are going to join us. As you are joining, remember, like, share, and possibly just sit and relax. So, what's Danielle? Now, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is brunch time with Mayegun. Mostly it's about like gisting, giving you a snippet into what is likely going to come later. So, if it is morning at your own place, thanks for joining us. If it is noon or, lunchtime, great. And if you're already getting close to, the midnight, like our friends in India and all these other Asian countries. So thank you for joining us, all right? So how do we start this? Okay, just to give it a context, okay? So currently, right, from their recently held digital media summit, that is the APC, they have started putting whatever it is that they were taught, they have started putting that into practice, taking over the media, changing the narrative, like deflecting, and possibly just give people the alternative truth ahead of their 2027 charade. The country is bleeding economically. The country is bleeding like the real blood of Nigerians being spilled by different kinds of terrorists. The criminals are looting, of course, like with ease and with not just with ease, with much audacity, throwing it at the people's faces. So they need distraction. They need something to get everyone more like drained before your 2027. And it seems like it's going to be a long run, right? The propaganda that they are feeding the people is not enough to keep Tifnumbu in the good book of the people he forced himself to rule. However, his own agents, who also are supposed to be those to tell him the truth, are investing their time much more in propagandas, half-truth, gaslighting, blackmailing, and including threats. So one of the popular one of the popular political slogans for those from northern Nigeria on the part of the establishment is that it will be easier to carry an elephant through a tiny window into the house than for you to sell an Igbo man to a northerner as president. A complete lie on its own to start with. But however, it is rooted on something, rooted on what is called the unfinished business that the same old corrupt establishments, because of their ego and all that, which then led to the killings or the death of over 5 million people. So you see that incident and all those things that happened, they are like the foundation for most of the political statements that these guys make. Whenever you hear them say some certain things about certain people from any part of Nigeria, they are built from that built up, history incidents. However, those who have been kind of like milking that, I'm talking about their tribal, ethnic, baiting, dog whistle, and all of that stuff. Those who have been milking it for decades now, like I mean, those who have made name, political names and careers in Nigeria, who built that on this tribal rhetoric and tribal sentiments over the years. They've never really done anything for their people to make their people feel like it is worthwhile of them trusting them. So I'll explain that, right? We have these guys, politicians from northern Nigeria, who will tell you that based on what Nigeria is, right, they have the power, the number to determine who becomes what, especially who becomes president of Nigeria. That myth, right, is built on the fact that they believe their people are so ignorant of the rest of Nigeria, other than what they tell them. So they let their people know who is to like accept, as in to welcome, and who is to kind of like throw out. Now, in all these years that they have enjoyed that, many of them became governors, some became presidents or head of, they've enjoyed that lie. Yet, northern part of Nigeria remained the poorest part of Nigeria. In fact, putting Nigeria on the map of the poor, the poverty capital of the world, right, is simply because the sizable number of people that they have, dipped into poverty in northern Nigeria, including denied access to education, right? They are so much that they can actually form a country. In Nigeria today, you have over 22 million out of school children. Out of that number, more than 14 million of that is from northern Nigeria alone. So which means those who have built on this tribal, ethnic, religious, sentiments and divisions over the years, they made so much money. They are rich. You have different names from that part of the country. They've made so much money from just being in government. But yet, their region remained the poorest, meaning their people never benefited. And this 2025, today, the northern Nigeria is saddled with serious terrorism that everybody knows. Now, this terrorism, the same northern criminals, politicians in this APC, and their PDP counterpart and others, they have succeeded in using that same influence that they believe they have over Nigeria. They've used that same influence to negotiate for terrorists in Nigerian system, whereby we are now hearing kinetic, non-kinetic, dealing with people who are killing people en mass, people who are ransacking, destroying villages, that over 10 million Nigerians have been displaced in the last 10 years alone. Over 10 million Nigerians. But yet, the Nigerian government, who have the power and the will, so they have the power, they don't have the will. They have the power to actually really crush the terrorism and possibly make northern Nigeria prosper. These, their political criminals, have used their influence in that same Nigerian system to negotiate for terrorists rather than for their people. Now today, they are having all different policies, different agendas to pacify terrorists. Why the North bleeds? Two calamities. So now where you have terrorism, there is 100% certainty that you are going to have poverty. Now where poverty don't already exist, terrorism can't happen. Do you even understand what that means? So the terrorists and the terrorism organization, they will never lack fighters. They will never lack fighters. But politicians will go on TV. They will celebrate repentant terrorists. They will celebrate rehabilitating terrorists. They will publish them spending billions of naira on terrorists. And that same people in this big 2025 still flying the same flag. This guy is from Kano, as I learned. And he is speaking for Tifnumbu. Tifnumbu has done so well for them. The northern Nigeria has never had it so good. Even Bukwari didn't do half of what Tifnumbu don't do for 2 years. Bukwari no do for 8 years. Is it the road? Is it this? Is it that? Yeah, like that. Then I was like, who is going to beat him? Who is going to defeat Tifnumbu? And of course, their own sort of like their nightmare was the first thing that came to his mind. Is it Obi? Is it Obi that will come? The one that was on your program the other day, and he was bragging to have brought brewery to Anambra. Eh? So is it that one that we are now going to go and vote for in the north so that he can import alcohol to Nigeria? And immediately we were like, I want to true. We feel run this one like that. Oh. Now, if you think that sounds ridiculous, it simply means you have not been paying attention. Do you know that this APC, in your 2023 charade, they told a segment of northern Nigeria that, Kaduna Ezeogu, the 1966 coup, they said it was Peter Obi that drove them. Ridiculous, Abi? You have no idea what these guys actually floated. And they will do it with straight face, with seriousness. And then you'll be like, is it being serious right now? Yes, he is serious. Well, does he believe what he's saying? Oh, 100%. That's why he has to show seriousness that, yes, what I'm saying is true. Peter Obi drove the 1960, January 15, 1960 coup plotters. They said Obi drove them to Sadauno's house. And they announced, later we discovered that if that happened, that must have been the 3-year-old Peter Obi or something. Ridiculous, or you maybe, it's not funny. But there are people, clerics, they will be saying it in Hausa. You don't have to, if you don't understand Hausa, people like me will not understand them, yeah? So you probably will never bother. But at the moment you are like not an Hausa person or from the north, and you understand Hausa, you'll be like, oh my God, how did they allow this to happen? How are they allowing this kind of preachings to go on? Because it is politically sponsored. It is a mean to an end. It is never always an end in itself. And people like this, from generation to generation, they were taught this same process, concept. They won't discuss issue. So Peter Obi will import alcohol to Nigeria, which is against Islamic this or that. I will react to that one. First, the clown. Yeah. And they are like evenly distributed everywhere. Arab and Bidiot stayed here. Others stay everywhere too. But this one may actually really be top of the chart. Alwan, Azan or something.
Now with Alwan Hassan. Yeah, so you look at it, the president has never lost an election, either as a senator or as a governor.
And you will never lose an election.
Well, you are not God, so you cannot tell.
So, but I'm predicting. I can predict.
Okay.
With the facts on ground, he won't lose an election.
What makes you think so?
Because, of course, he is going to win. Who else do you think would defeat Asiwaju in 2027? Who? Peter Obi? That was on your program, saying he wants the North to support him and trust him. In the same program, he is celebrating building breweries in Anambra State and being the biggest importer of alcohol. And he wants the North to vote for him. We will vote for a president that will import alcohol in the North.
Is alcohol a bad thing?
Or is it those ones that are saying their wives are taking care of them? We cannot hand over this country to people, to men that are being fed by their wives.
Who is being fed by his wife?
You know that? Somebody was here and said his wife is an entrepreneur and she's
Is it a crime to have a partner?
But we want a man that is a man of his house. We want a man that is in charge of his house. We don't want a man that a woman is feeding.
You don't want a man
we will not give a country,
that has a successful wife.
We will not give a country, hand over a country
that has
to a man that is being fed by a wife.
That the wife is successful.
No, to a man that is being fed by his wife. That's what I'm saying.
So it's a crime if
but these are the things I'm telling. Let's not dwell on that. Let me tell you that even in the education and health, the president has done a lot. Are we not talking about Nel Fund? Over almost 400,000 university students collecting loans, celebrating on TV. You take them once in a while. Have we spoken about the cancer center in health ministry that is being built by Ministry of Health by this president? 6 centers in the 6 geopolitical zones, 1 in Katsina. Why don't you celebrate that? Why don't you celebrate the renovation of cancer center that was and the government renovated it? Can't we celebrate the good things or the good development that this government has brought? Over 400,000 students now have taken Nel Fund loan, and they're paying school fees. In fact, let me tell you, there's something I heard, and I stand to be corrected, that people that are at the 400 level, 500 level university can apply for tuitions they had paid when they started, and Nel Fund will pay back, reimburse them. Have we ever had that in history? State, federal government secondary schools, free. Technical schools, free. Recently, last.
Do you see that seriousness? That's what I'm talking about. Like, we will listen to that and not say, maybe he's saying the truth. You know, like, oh, maybe he's like, agenda, they say agenda now often, get parents. Now everybody, they pull them. So right now, to a northerner, the reason why they have to keep up with APC, Egbekegbe and Tifnumbu, is because the next available option is the person who is going to be importing alcohol. And then as a northerner, you'll be like, oh, no, I don't, I'd rather just continue like this. I don't want alcohol, babu alcohol. But I mean, you could use that to educate the dons, though. And say, number one of the reasons why Nigeria under Buhari and now became very ripe for disintegration, that made everybody go their separate ways, is because under Buhari it became obvious what majority or what some people knew, that Nigeria's existence is a lie. Do you understand? That it is a lie. It is just, this concept of rich wife and a poor husband in a very toxic relationship. The wife who is rich can't go because the husband is going to starve to death.